welcome back to my channel. I am going to customize my Foolish Mortals palette a little bit. I was watching Baddie Bean's video and she had talked about not picking this up because she didn't love the color story. She felt like it was missing a green, and I do have some green singles in here. I figured I would just film the process. It's very, very easy with a lot of these Colourpop palettes because they're magnetized and you can usually pop the shades out pretty easily. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, stick around. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and let's jump in. I've got, these are all the things I'm decluttering. Okay, I will move those later, but this is my Adapt Cosmetics little case. It has all of my singles. Most of my Colourpop monochromatic palettes are in here. As you can see on this side, these are all the ones that were in the plastic packaging. Again, all of those palettes are magnetic, so they're easy to pop out, and the plastic component actually comes apart relatively easy. So like some people complained that they didn't like there was a pressed glitter in it. Any shadows that are the same size can be changed out. So like if you have your palette intact and you don't use that shade, you can pop it out and put something else in it. And then I have these others. These are Lunatic Cosmetics, some Makeup Geek, a couple of Colourpop singles, but you can see they're different size from these, Sydney Grace, and then I have a couple of like Odin's Eye singles down in here. So, and that there is a blush that was in a Z palette that I took out that is indeed the blush from the Elvira palette, because I thought I had the blush in here and I just realized that I do not. So, but the shades from the Elvira palette are like this in the red. Anyway, so we have Foolish Mortals. Let's open it up. Normally I use like a dental pick. My dental pick is upstairs, so I'm going to see if I can get the shade out. And these are the same size as these, which is nice. So I have to figure out which shade I'm going to take out and put a green in here. So let's see. I'm thinking that these are both light shades. So let's see. I've used this palette. Let's see. We've got a light mauve and a light gray. But then we also have like this mauve. Let's see. There's this dark gray shade that I could be inclined to get rid of because I'm like trying to think, like if I put a green in, what's going to be more cohesive. And I think this shade will work better maybe with the green. It also depends on the shade, but I'm thinking maybe this one could come out. I do have a box cutter, so I'm going to see if I can get that out. And then for greens, I'm thinking maybe this one right here. And again, this is out of the Just My Luck palette. So let's see. I have had people tell me that you can go in with like a really strong magnet if you're worried about like damaging, because I do mess up the packaging, usually just a smidge around the corner, even if I use a dental pick. But you see, this is a magnet and that popped straight out. So if you don't want to damage the packaging, I have had a few of you guys tell me you can go in with a strong magnet and pull it out. So that's an option. I'm thinking this green or this green. Is this a sequin shade? And I don't know what the shades of these are called because I was lazy and did not write the names down on the back. This is a really pretty, like mossy. It is a little bit of a sequin shade, but that doesn't bother me. I just think that color story, like that goes maybe better than this one. And I can always change it out if I change my mind, because I did that with. So we're going to pop the green in. Yeah, when I was watching Baddie Bean's video, she had said she felt like the palette was missing a green because the cast members on the ride wear green So, and then usually when I remove a shade, I just put it in where I took out the shade. Like this is the original blue palette. This silver is from the Star Wars palette because I put in an extra blue because you have the dark blue and I felt like I needed a blending shade. So I have a more mid-toned blue that I removed from that row. But there we go. So there is the dark green. And then I'm thinking taking this shade out, the light gray, and putting a light green in instead, because I just stabbed it. I feel like these work with the mauves and like this shade works, but like maybe we could use, so again, popped it out, and then I was looking, like we've got this light mint shade. So let's see, putting that in, and then again, this shade will go in its place. That way, if I need to put it back, it makes it a little bit easier. Same thing with the silver. Like I know that is the one from the Star Wars palette, but there we have the new Foolish Mortal. So again, we took out the gray and put in a light green and the dark green, and then we still have the mauve-y shades and some of, like this is a taupey shade. But I think that this color story looks a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I'm happy with that. You will have to let me know what you think of my improved Foolish Mortals palette. I feel like I'm more inclined to pick this up now because it's not just a bunch of grays and mauve shades. So yeah, I definitely like this better. Again, it's super easy to pop these out and to customize. And that's mainly why I keep these, because as you saw, like with these palettes, they're the same size and they're super easy to pop out. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of the new and improved Foolish Mortals palette. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and hopefully I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, everybody.